Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oklahoma City Bison and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Lucky 56.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
He'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on
now,
a 3rd and 11.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
On play action, they'll throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard!
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking.
Here we go.
But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Gone! 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 Gone!
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
And they'll go on the ground. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's OKC football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Now, Barney, Barney. Set. Blue landed. Blue.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a handoff looking right. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown! A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll drop the throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a 1st down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now a pitch out to Kamara. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Now let's go.
Now it's the quarterback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Powers through it. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
All right, now,
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll set up to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken around the 12. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And the Steelers set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a third and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Hot!
Back to throw here. Going up top. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to air one out. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 34. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on first and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard.